When you playing for the winning team, RP to Mr. Wayne's. Bang, bang, we gon' win the game. Court crank, hit you with champagne.
I be spitting real, be spitting backwash, yeah. So I'ma have to ask you all to back off. It is in my DMs, try to hit me with the caps lock. Cause I'm always beasting on the camera like the Sasquatch. Waiting till I blow, y'all gon' see me blast off, yeah. And y'all gon' see in front like they ain't act hard.
Kristy's intro is a banger.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something right now. That music makes me want to go to 7-Eleven, grab a Black and Mild, and roll one up for the homies, bro.
Makes me want to turn on some Paul Wall, the People's Champ. You know what I'm saying?
I've been listening to Mike Jones.
Mike who?
Mike Jones.
Anyway, this is Kristy's show, but Kristy's out. Yes, hello, Kristy. Yep.
Can we take a moment for Kristy?
Yes, take a moment.
Hey, everyone. Kristy's son is sick in the hospital, so if you'll just pray for her son, if you pray, if I offended you, you could get over it. But her son's fighting a sickness right now in the emergency room, so she's there. So, Kristy, if you're watching, we got your back. This is why you got Slim and Thick.
Slim and Thick on the show today. We're filling in this week, and there we go. Yeah, prayers up for Kristy and her son. She'll be back next week, though, coming in hot. Maybe we get her on Thursday. You never know. You never know what we got.
Get her on Thursday. She deserves to have her show back. After that intro, dog, she's got me hyped.
That intro
has me like we're going. I feel like we're driving to Stewart again, listening to Paul Wall.
What else is going on? I didn't prepare anything. I just jumped on this mug.
Let's talk about what we got coming up March 6th. Let's do our little intro product of the day like she does. And let's bring on the sexy Rinse Prince.
Product of the day. Let me pull up the website. That ain't out yet. So let me hold on. Look.
How you gonna call
the Quiver foam? The Quiver foam can is obviously product of the day. Like this is what out right now. Garage Therapy's out. Well, I made a little starter kit. If people were asking, what's the top kind of 6 products, 5-6 products, I made you a little kit. You save a little change off the top, and you try that Dash Serum Citrus Car Shampoo, Sigma Tire Serum and Interior Cleaner. It's a full, car wash with the pre-treatment. Dress your tires, top it off with Sigma, and then take the interior, clean it, and dress it with Dash Serum. So I made you a little kit there. If you're interested in trying that Garage Therapy, of course, the Quiver foam cannon's out. Josh V's first drop in the Quiver line. Super exciting. His hand looks
that hand model though.
What's up?
That hand model makes him look white when we know that guy is as black as I am. What did you do? Photoshop that to be white so more cells will go up? Or?
I brightened it up, son. I brightened it up. You gotta do what you gotta do out there.
You know what we should do?
March 6th, Co DIVA's coming. What should we do for Kristy?
What should we do for Kristy? We should give away something real quick just to start off before we bring the Rinse Prince in.
That's right. Before the Rinse Prince.
We should give something away.
What you want to give away?
Garage Therapy, Rinseless Wash. Shout out to Mike, the Rinse King.
Becca likes that S3 from Novacare.
Yeah, that's true. We should do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, let's do that. Question
How about
of the
they
day.
can pick? They get the pick.
No, dude, when you start,
how about they get the pick? Any Rinseless in the store.
Let it ride.
There you go. Let it ride. All right. Question.
I had a question.
What is the day?
What is
Co DIVA goes live?
Go! If you don't know that, you have not been watching, you haven't been engaged, and you sleeping. And Keith Fireberg cannot win.
You're gonna roll him over to
Oh, this guy got it right here. Number
Victor.
1. Victor.
Rinseless. Let one of us know and we'll get it done for you. Jamie at the house rags.
Yeah, don't text me, you won't get it. I promise you.
Never mind. Don't message Eddie, never mind.
You will not get it. You'll be waiting just like Mike's been waiting for the weather to subside. Do we have an intro from Mike? Did she drop one in?
It's Mike, everybody. Mike's on the show.
Hey, guys.
Let's bring this guy. My wife loves watching you, by the way. I don't know if I should take offense to that or not. Every time you come on, she is like, Mike. She's like, this man
Mike
is funny.
Back.
The funniest moment for me and Mike was when you were doing the soft wash review and you demonetized yourself. The funniest thing ever. You started saying this shit is all slag.
Oh, yeah.
There goes the ad revenue right off the top.
Gone.
Well, at least I know the rules here now. I could I don't need to worry. You already did it. So
Yeah, we demonetized when we started playing that intro, and I felt like I was gang banging in 1944.
Christy brings the heat.
At least it didn't jump up, start twerking.
Oh, thank you.
You ever seen a fat person twerk? They got two cheeks, the stomach rolls and the butthole,
front and back.
West Cat just found Mike's channel. Mike, what is your channel for all the people that might want to know?
It's just the Outdoor Detailer.
The Outdoor Detailer, fantastic channel.
Yep.
Look, Mike's roasted us on it. He watched our winter wash video, and then made a rebuttal video. That was pretty funny.
Oh, your video that was comic gold right there.
Well, let me, Mike. First of all, every time I watch you, I feel like I'm watching Fargo, or what's that? What the grumpy old men when they just go outside in their shorts and their thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe. I'm not signed in. See this? I'm not signed in. That's the only reason I'm not subscribed. Okay, so don't get off me. All right.
How come you're not signed in, dude?
I don't know. My thing signs me out. But look at this. Look at all these great videos. Bunch of rinseless. He's doing some eco rinseless here. Doing some hybrid washing here. That's what I'm talking about.
How'd you
Then
find
that
Loki,
0
Mike?
degree wash? There it is.
So,
That's
Mike, tell us
insane.
about yourself, Mike. Like, so people don't know, you came out of nowhere, started a YouTube channel. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do for a living outside of YouTube?
So I live in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't like, it's not like this is a business or anything. I've been doing maintenance for like 30 years, building maintenance, and now I'm like a corporate manager for our offices. And a couple of years ago, I actually bought the SUV that you always see in the videos. And I'm like, oh man, this thing's so sweet. The color, I loved it and everything. And I'm like, I got to protect this. And so I started doing research in the area, and I wanted to see how can I do ceramic protection? And number one, people with websites, they absolutely suck. They don't explain.
You suck.
Like these websites suck. They don't explain like care, what they're going to do, anything like that. And I ran across one, and it basically just said, hey, your warranty's void if you go through the car wash. And
What?
I'm like, what the warranty's void if I go through the car wash? Like, what the hell? I'm like, them, and so I started searching. I'm like, well, maybe I could just do this myself, or how do I do this? So I just went on YouTube, started searching. I found Pan's channel, and doing all this stuff. And I remember the first comment I ever left on his channel, because he's like, oh, in the wintertime, because he has the garage and everything, and he's always telling us how it's, climate and temperature controlled and humidity controlled, and
Got all the bells and whistles.
Yeah. And I just remember the first comment, I was like, dude, you're absurd. Like, how the hell are we supposed to do this stuff? Like, all these people don't have garages. We live in apartments, everything like that. And I started doing some research, and one thing led to another. And I'm like, okay, so I started kind of just doing my own thing, trying to figure out how I could take care of things outside. And then I remember I was in the DIY detail group the one day in the Facebook group, and some guys started complaining he was having problems with his one of the rag company towels. And I was like, dude, it works better than you're claiming. So
This is Mike's opinion, not ours. All right.
Yeah. So I just made some quick video, like, dude, this little 12 by 12 soaks up a ton of water. And then the next thing I know, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like, what if I just can help people do like stuff because I did some research, and I found out that like 35% of the people in the US either rent or don't own their home, whatever it is. And I'm like, that's a lot of people in apartments, things like that. And I'm like, wow, like I could maybe help some people that way. So that's kind of how the channel got started.
That's also the Outdoor Detailer was born.
So what was your first video that you didn't, or what was the first video that you made but never made it? Because you're probably just like all of us, right? You made a video, you probably watched it back, you're like, this is the dumbest thing I ever made in my life. My first video, I was breathing so hard trying to open the Tesla door, I'm like, I'm done. And then I just said full sentence. So what was your first video that you did and you're like, this is hot dookie cheeks? And I needed you here. I needed you to say hot dookie cheeks. Like, It's been on my bucket list to hear you say it like this live. So if you can say that for me, that's great.
Oh man. Oh my God. I have like 100 videos. It's so hard to remember which, God, I've done a couple Gion videos. There was one I was trying to do, what's that coverall, that wheel and tire cleaner that they got? The Dark Fury. Yeah. I was like, oh, look how good this stuff is. And there's just the Dookie cheeks. It would not even clean the tire off the rim. I'm like, I pulled out the ADS wheel and tire cleaner and like scrubbed this stuff off. I was like, look at this. This is like cheap, way better.
Hey, where's Chelsea?
It's so cheap. Where's Chelsea?
Where's Chelsea at? Hey, Chelsea's over here. She lives and dies by that sword, bro. You say that to her face, she would make
sandals with it. She cleans her house with it.
I watched that program. I'm like, man, that's like everything that I've bought from there. I'm like, oh, this is like mediocre stuff. Like I would never. I mean, even if I did this for a living, I would never. I would not be using that stuff.
Chelsea unsubscribing right now. If you have one less subscriber,
Chelsea hit like
Chelsea.
Yeah,
like I honestly, I wouldn't be using Gion pretty much anything. I wouldn't be using that stuff.
It's Mike's opinion.
This is all Mike's opinions.
It's all Mike's opinion.
Thor does not support Mike's opinions. Maybe some. I mean, I
slightly agree
with what he's saying.
But our opinion, you know what I mean.
So yeah. This is all my opinion only.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike, let me ask you this. So you started a detailing channel. What made you want to say, you know what? I know, I want to start a detail channel. And then what was your goals of your channel?
You know what? It was really to help people that were in the same situation that I'm in. Like, not having a garage to work in and not knowing, how you can care for your car if you're in an apartment or something like that. How to, just really how to do it with no access to a hose or anything. If you have to work in the sun. And honestly, when the first channels that I ever saw was like Pan's channel, and then I found yours, Jamie's. And then I've seen there's a bunch of like California channels. I found Keeve and then Josh and everybody, but I didn't realize there was like 18,000 like detailing channels with like every detailing company has a channel. Didn't even know that. So, I just figured I could help people that were in the same situation that I am, kind of like test and show things the same way that, like, if you didn't know what you were doing, which I don't, if you didn't know what you were doing, kind of like how you would go about it, and maybe the mistakes that you would make doing it.
Yeah, it's a great perspective to have, because me and EC were just thinking about trying to develop new products. Thinking about how are regular people gonna use. They pick this up. How are they gonna use it?
And we argue too.
Spraying. Yeah, we are all the time about this. So it's definitely a good take to have, and a interesting thought process.
The stigma is too, as me and Jamie were talking about, how we don't want to be the next chem guys, right? So he'll say, just making a new SKU. I'll text him like, I ain't doing that. They'd be like, why? And he gets mad. You ever seen Jamie mad, Mike?
No.
Jamie mad is like this. Put this man front and center, because he's a troll. He goes, why? And he starts, like, his nose starts to breathe real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he gets real pissed. You see, he's almost at the precipice of being upset right now.
That's funny.
But how do you choose what brand you like and why?
So really, it's the experience, I guess. So like I'm a fan of like scents and stuff. I mean, I remember, I've been married before, and I'm in a long-term relationship now, and there's always burning candles or something like that, and for Christmas, everybody gets candles, and so they're like all over the place. And so, I'm a real fan of scents. Even you go to Walmart and get like body wash for guys, there's 25 different scents, and I'm like, oh, I got to pick one that I like. So, I do that, but then I want something that's slick across the surface. I want to feel like I'm not working at washing the car, like if it glides smooth across there, if it's slick, I'm like, okay, it's just that it's a, I think it's a state of mind that if the sponge is slick, if the towel slides across the surface real easy, you feel like you're not going to do any damage. And, I mean, that's kind of what I really like. And then obviously I don't want to be staining my sponge and, you know, I want
less
stuff
fatigue and all that stuff.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, a lot of these, like the washes and stuff, when you spray,
We're talking the body wash or the rinseless, Mike?
no. Actually, it could be both, but like, you know, if you're on a door,
same thing, dude.
yeah, you're on a door and you're working your way down. And it's like, okay, if you only sprayed the rinseless and you got stuff all over the door, it's like, okay, it's sliding really nice and smooth. And all of a sudden it starts getting grabby and stuff. And you're going, oh man, like, you know, whatever. And then you come across a product and it's kind of like, you could tell it breaks down that stuff. And, you know, it's like, okay, this is better than the last stuff because it's going across the door and it's like, it's not grabby. It's like breaking through that grime that's on the door.
So what was the worst product you used in the last 3 weeks?
I like it.
Oh, damn.
Like
Fresh off the dome.
Oh,
like,
man.
last
Yeah. I got
3 weeks.
smoke coming out of my ears. I know. You know what? In the last 3 weeks, I've only been testing a bunch of rinseless. Probably, I don't know how long ago I did it. It might have been that Nexen, that 1001 rinseless.
Really? You didn't like ZNR?
No. You know what it is? Okay, so in fact, this is funny because shout out to the trolls, dude. On you know, I don't know how you guys handle it.
Easy. We just make fun of them in closed doors.
Okay, yeah, because they're you know, I mean, honestly, because I try and look at the company website, you know, and I look at the directions and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna follow directions. But on that one, I'm like, okay, it literally says right on the label that it's, you know, dissolves road grime. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see how this works. And I mixed it according to dilution. They didn't tell you like different dilutions for different stuff, and so. I use it that way, and then this troll all of a sudden he's like, "Dude, you don't know what you're doing. You have to mix it, you know, with a
Mike, I'm sorry.
That's
Mike.
probably that was probably Joel's alternate account.
Yeah, and
was
was
it Wombat 25? That was probably Joe.
I really don't know. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, like what the F are you talking about? Like I freaked out when I read that. I'm like, oh my God, did I screw up something? Did I forget to not
So
read?
do the comments piss you off, Mike, or do you take the comments personal? Because I've learned just to whatever.
Sometimes I take them personal, but most of the time I just kind of like with that one I freaked out because I was like, I don't wanna be like, if I miss something, I don't want to sit there and go, oh shoot, I screwed up. You know, I messed this one up. I didn't do it right, you know, because like when people, I mean, granted, I'm a small channel, I get like 1,000 views a video, but if I put something out there and I'm like, oh, this is not really good, or it's not working right, and then I wind up screwing up on the you know, dilution or like how to use it, then I just feel like an ass. So that's my biggest like worry, honestly.
Yeah, that ZNR, I haven't used it too much, but it's pure polymer, right? So I don't know why I would focus on road grim. It's not. It's got surfactant in there.
It's actually has.
It's got some wombat juice.
How do I explain this? Because someone's lying, but
I don't know what's in that stuff.
When you say it's pure polymer, it leaves something behind, right? Polymer by that nature leaves a little bit something behind. That's that slickness you get when you clean.
Oh, no, I ain't that smart.
I
ain't the rinseless guy.
He's the rinse prince, dude. I only listen to the rinse prince, but to their point, if you dilute it 5-12 to 1.
Oh, you got to tighten it up some.
Yeah,
so Joel needs to add more dilution. He needs to add the road film dilution on there.
Yeah, he needs to add more context.
Right,
he needs to add more context because how is that your fault, right?
I'm telling Mike says
that's
trash.
Like example. Have you used the Infinity yet? Where Jamie's like, use neat.
The spray sealant.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh yeah, actually, that's the only time I've ever used it. I did use it neat, and
it's called ZNR.
It was on a white Jeep, and I mean, I started seeing some streaks, and I was like, okay, I just sprayed more on, and then that's just hurried up and debuff, and you know, it was good. And then it's one of the work vehicles that I gotta worry about. So most of the stuff, a lot of stuff I test on the work vehicles, I don't put out a video on it. Because I want to make sure, like, you know, I don't want to mix kind of like work and the videos, because, you know, if I accidentally get a license plate in there or something, I don't want to I don't want to lose my job. Let's put it that way. So, but I know the next day I drove through Ringen on the way back to work, because I had it home that night, and the water behavior was absolutely insane. Just from that sealant. So yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, we're actually changing the label on that one, because, you know,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is something we're
Gotta
learning
change.
too. This is something me and Jamie are learning too. When you're at 80 degrees humidity, you ever been in humidity where it's so humid that your ball sweat turns into a fountain? And
Not
every
quite
time,
that bad.
oh,
Live
dude,
it every day.
hey, like Florida, right? I get off the plane in Florida, I'm like, my lord,
Oh, you were sweating, son. He
bro,
sweat the
my
whole time.
neck,
Yeah.
my cheeks, my ham hocks, that smelled like burnt bacon the whole time. I was like, this is rough. The humidity, he tried his different. So if you use Infinity, this is like the 90th time saying it. Just spray it on a wet car and dry, and you're good to go. Straight.
It's an amazing drying aid.
That's what it was meant for.
That's what it was supposed to be. But I added more use cases to it. Try and stretch it out. See, that's got me thinking now. Do we just make individual products though?
See, this is chemical. This guy's about to have 90 SKUs. We're gonna have 12 tire dressings.
I'll just turn it into a drying aid, and then I'll make a new ceramic sealant.
See, Mike, how do you feel about companies who just add SKUs to add SKUs? How do you feel like as the consumer?
Well, if everyone's
it's
about it,
it's confusing as hell. It is confusing as all hell because, yeah, I mean, you're like, okay, why do you have like 5 different soaps? Like, which one do I use? What what is the purpose of this one versus this one?
The soaps are the big problem.
Confusing.
When you got muddy truck wash, and then you got muddy bug wash, and then you got glossy car wash, like that's when it draws the line right there.
But even PNS, they have like 6 different
his opinion
APCs. Yeah. In my opinion, yeah. This is
yeah,
but,
they have 18 tire shines.
They have like 6
a
different
pro line.
APCs.
They have the double black line. They have
to that point, stops. Jamie's funny because Mike, literally the conversation we had yesterday, we were talking about Affinity because we go back and forth. We argue a lot, and this is a healthy relationship. And I said, he's like, you know what you should do, Affinity? Just call it a drying aid and create another spray sealant. I said, why in the hell would we do that? You know how many people be pissed off that we just created another SKU? Would you be pissed, Mike?
I don't think so. I think
100%.
Yeah,
Mike, how would you feel?
I would be like, okay, what's the why did you do that? Did it not work? Like I'd actually think, because I know what it started as, I would think that for some reason it doesn't work. Like that would be in my head, like, oh, it doesn't work the way that it's supposed to.
Get him, Mike. Burn him.
It works too good. Our problem is it works too good.
Yeah, see, I don't see it. If you have to make something else, then I'm thinking the original product didn't work the way it was supposed to work. So
yeah, like foaming nemesis, that kind of pissed me off. But no, we're not here for myself or my anger issues, Mike. We're here for you.
We're here for Mike. Christy. Wait, Christy got more questions. Hold on.
Yeah, let's ask questions, Christy.
We did favorite chemical detailing brand, right? What was that?
No, what was your favorite detailing brand?
Did you say that? I don't even know.
No.
Oh man, this is a trick question here.
Like, name your top 5 brands. Your top 5 brands. 9 in order.
Oh man. Let's see. I would have to say now it would be Labocosmetica would be one of them.
Let's go. Where's my Labo?
Like I was so my first introduction to them was the new Rinseless that they had. And like literally I started using that. I'm like, you know what? That's the biggest disappointment video that I never put out. It was that stuff and my sponge. That's, if you ever see all the videos where I'm using the black DIY detail sponge where it's black on both sides, that's from the Labocosmetica from the Hydrosave.
Mike, you know what's wild about that brand? And Jamie got to hear firsthand from Reggie. When he was at my house and we were testing that before go live, like a month before go live, it was a different Rinseless.
Yeah, that's what he explained. Yeah.
Pissed me off. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you right now, if he would have dropped that Rinseless, Nemesis would never be born because you couldn't beat it.
Yeah, it's really weird. He actually described how when it came out and he found out that it had the protection in it, that he called the people back home and like basically cussed them out and was like, what the fuck are you trying to do to me? But anyway, yeah, and when I saw that it was like, because they were telling you use Preludio for this and that, I'm like, they don't even make that in their product lineup. What a pile of crap company. And then I slowly started, I got to do some training with Reggie, like kind of like a one-on-one, and I was like, he just basically said, hey, assume I'm lying to you when I tell you, what to do. And he's like, just try whatever you want. And I got to test it all out on like a rental car, a beater rental. And I was like, okay, this stuff, okay, I'm a believer now on a lot of that stuff. And we had like junkyard seats that were like, had like animals sleeping on them and stuff, clean them right up. And I'm like, okay,
Preludio?
I'm a believer. Oh, no, like the Glico, like on the
Dog, you said you used Preludio for the interior. I'm using that.
No. But so Labo, and then obviously the detail company, man, that stuff is like that's got to be the best value in detailing products, honestly, because like I mentioned Superior earlier. I mean, like the detail company stuff it's super concentrated, but yet it has the same type of value that like the Superior has. Like, in fact, another one of the videos that I never released was I took Incredible Suds. I had 3 foam cans: Incredible Suds, the cherry foam from Superior, and then one with my local place at different price points. And I calculated, okay, if Incredible Suds cost X amount of dollars an ounce, what can I buy, or how much product can I use from these other ones, because they're like 15 or 20 bucks a gallon? And can I get the same foam? And Incredible Suds like literally like outdid them all. Even when I was putting like 5 ounces of that cherry
Incredible
foam,
Suds dipped everybody down.
Yeah, like even when I put like 5 ounces of that cherry Suds from Superior in a foam can, and I was like, it didn't even do nearly as good as Incredible Suds. I was like, okay, like this, and so I was like, okay, this is like a broken. Like, I was like, okay, that totally busted the premise of the video. Like, okay,
yeah, there's nothing worse than a cheap soap. Nothing.
Yeah,
nothing worse. It's the worst.
Yeah, Car Pro is another. I do very few. I don't know if I've ever done a Car Pro video.
Car Pro, like, Jamie used Car Pro for the first time at my house.
Yeah, that stuff is good.
This is what his eyes went like this. Seriously, they might. You know how you see a little kid
like, okay,
first time opening up a Nintendo? Like, no one knows what real video games are until you had Atari Nintendo. You remember the first Mario where you couldn't save that mug and you had to keep the TV on or turn the TV off so you could start where you're at? Jamie was like this. The first time you sprayed Reset on the car, bro.
Reset's nice. It's real nice.
Yeah, I think my favorite in the lineup there is that Hydro. I think it's Hydro Light. The spray on rinse off.
It worked real good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've used that a couple times on the work vehicles, and that stuff lasted me almost 3 months, and we put those things through the tunnel wash like once a week at least. So I was really surprised with that.
Dang. What's your sleeper Car Pro, Eddie? What you think?
Oh, okay. Everyone, I'm telling you right now, their CK Quartz Light. I mean, their CK Quartz, the 3.0 is insane. Ever use that?
Like people will still put it on the hood like today, and it will just about win every time.
It'll stay there until God comes back. It's
pretty nuts. It's got me wanting to try this D-Light. Like,
I already put a D-Light. I put a D-Light on the Cadillac, and my stuff is the worst mistake I've ever done in my life.
The next hood test I do is D-Light's definitely going to be part of it.
That and the other one that really, really took me by surprise. Here's the one thing that I'm going to tell you something right now. Grossed me out that I started gagging. Do not use Wheel X inside of your garage with the doors closed. I use Wheel X.
I haven't used that one yet.
Oh my Lord, bro. It hit the throat, Mike. Mike, you ever got hit in the throat one time? You like bourbon, Mike? You ever had a bourbon that just hits your throat like the wedding night?
All the ryes. Yeah. I hate rye bourbon.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Like, you know what? Yeah. Here's my go-to.
What is it? Hey, he pulled it right out.
Eagle 10. Yeah, I have a
take a shot for Christy's son or what?
No,
not right now.
Actually, I don't have I don't have the little apple juice cups. So,
no apple juice cup.
Yeah,
but I think CK, and then there was one thing. The Wheel X is real good, but it smells like butt cheeks. Like, do not spray it inside. Close the door. Do it outside, open air.
Is it worse than Witch's Brew?
Oh, not even. It's
Really. So it has to be the worst one.
But it slaps.
It's good.
Oh man, you know what? Yeah, that just reminds me. I'm gonna have to go to six different lines now instead of 5 because you just remind me of Chemex. Like that stuff slaps.
You like Chemex?
Oh my god, yeah. I did a video on the Stars and Stripes on because I have a piece of property out of state, and I got an old trailer sitting there. It's got to actually be demoed and everything. But it literally has never been washed. It had like mold and mildew all over it.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
It was like literally we towed it there. My grandparents did in like the 80s, and it never moved after that. And it literally like I just sprayed that stuff off and with a scrubber, like just real easy with like a little brush, and it just cleaned the entire side of it. I was like, oh, this is amazing stuff.
Only my wives, though. I only like my wives.
Yeah, I used Chemex Witch's Brew this week, and it smelled so bad. I was like, it smells good. I like it. It smells so bad.
The wild part about that, Mike,
pretty good.
You use Witch's Brew straight?
That's what I did. I used it straight.
It says on the bottle diluted, bro.
No, it says you can
Oh,
use
man.
straight. It says you can use it straight.
So what's the one
disagree.
product from the one brand of your favorite brands that you wish it would redo? Like you name Labo, Detaling,
Oh,
you name
man.
Chemex. Like what's that one product you wish like they'll really go back to the drawing board and take feedback?
Dude, it's got to be that Hydra Save.
Yeah,
it's
it's
got to be that
Gotta
stuff.
be,
Because
hands down.
literally everything else that I have used in that line it works exactly as advertised. I mean, the dilution, everything. I mean, even their iron remover is as nasty. It smells like if you're old enough, you remember when your mom went and got a perm, what that smell was like in your house, like for a week after. Their iron remover is that nasty, but it works like insanely good.
Yeah, Labo to me has the
Zero.
worst smelling one because it has that extra lime skill.
You mean the
remover,
iron
so it
remover?
makes you cough. Yeah, Sedero.
You know,
Sedero,
Witch's Brew,
yeah.
smells worse than that.
Yeah, Sedero smells way worse than Witch's Brew.
You out your dang mind.
Remember,
son.
it made me cough.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm
Oh,
telling you,
dude,
I just used Witch's Brew. I was like,
the DIY version 1 of their iron remover, man, that stuff is like they're like one spray on the panel, one on the towel, and it's like, man, even that is like I'm
Yeah,
outside and
that,
I'm going,
yeah.
oh my god, does this stuff stink?
Yeah.
That stuff is nasty.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, Witch's Brew smells way worse than Sendero.
Not to me. It smelled good. I was like, man, this feels good. I sniff it on camera too. I'm like,
This guy, he's the worst.
Oh, man.
God,
It's
you're the
delicious.
worst, bro. You got problems. That's why you
oh,
always
it's
say,
good. Oh yeah.
My
All right. Yeah.
Lord.
What's that? What's that? Top 4? Was that 4? Or was that?
Yeah,
6?
what's the other one? You said
What was that?
Carpro,
Carpro.
Labo.
Detail
Yeah,
Co. Labo.
Detail Chemex.
Chemex.
Oh shoot. Oh god, I just had them on the top of my head. Now I completely forgot. Damn. You know what? Yeah.
Let's see. Chemical guys. Let's see. Who else is out there? Adams. We got
You got to sleep
West
on
Coast
Adams.
Customs.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Adams
We got-
slaps.
No, don't sleep on Adams for real. That's for real.
You got
Real
Yeah, I
expensive,
mean,
though. Real
yeah, I
pricey.
mean, it's God, I'm trying to think now. What if I? Oh man, yeah, I just had 2 others, and now I can't actually just remember what I was about to say. I should have like written them down really quick. I'll remember it and I'll just shout it out at some
Suds
point.
Lab.
Oh yeah, ADS, like almost
Jay
every
Leno.
single thing that I've used from them has been good. That tire cleaner and wheel cleaner that they got is I just love that stuff.
I put
There
that
you
tire
go,
and wheel
top
cleaner
5 right
against
there.
Yum Car Care, and it was kind of unique to see both of them go at it.
Yeah, Yums is real strong too.
Yeah, Yums
It's
is
real good.
I think Yums is stronger than the tire retire.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the ADS though, you could dilute it 4-to-1 and use it as a wheel and tire cleaner.
Yeah.
You can't do that with Yum. Yum, you have to use it straight, but then you use the citrus 4-to-1. I don't know, it's give and take. But I'm just saying, like, you ever use Yum yet? Have you used that product yet, Mike?
I have not. No.
That's gonna be one you need to check out for sure.
Yeah, I have so many things here that I've literally never even tested yet. I have them.
Here we go. Update. Hold on, Mike. Update. Christy driving home from the hospital. Big round of applause.
All right.
All right,
Christy's
get
headed
on,
home, everybody.
Christy. Get on.
That's good to
She's
hear.
driving home. She's like an hour away.
Oh, that's
She ain't
what
gonna make
said?
it. Yeah, that's
She
what
ain't
she said. She ain't making it.
Hey,
Anyway, Mike, what was he saying?
Oh no, I mean, like I have a bunch of different all that clean tool stuff. I've had that sitting here for a month now.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about
Yeah.
Clean Tool that really shocked me.
Mhm.
They probably, and this is take my words for whatever you want. They probably make some of the best interior cleaners I've ever used in my life.
Yeah, that's their shining light of that brand. For
And
sure.
their coating,
Interior
yeah.
stuff. The coating, I still need to try it. Admire, it's gonna go in the
And
hood.
Meyer is
Yep.
it's
What if I just buy every coating we have and put it on the hood?
that'd be the dumbest test in the world. That'd be like a 1x1 square. You can't really.
Yeah, it'd
really.
be like this big.
That'd be the dumbest thing I ever
It'd
seen
be
in my life.
funny.
Oh here, Nasiol. There you go. There's
Nasiol.
another one. Yeah, Nasiol. Everything I've tested so far from them has been really
Mhm.
good.
The one
Oh,
type
they're
of
nice.
product I wish they made different was Cleanion, that they made it more dilutable because I hate using a lot of soap.
And add a scent.
Oh,
I think
you can't.
I think the directions are just wrong. I think they just need to change the directions, and I don't know what foam cannons they're testing in Turkey.
Do you
but
use it like 4 ounces, Mike? Do you use the Nasiol Cleanion like
I
you
use
say
it
in the
10 to 1.
directions?
God, I can't even remember. That's wait a minute, is that their shampoo or
That's
I
their
can't
only
even
soap.
remember.
They
That's
only
their
have
high
one.
pH. That's high pH soap, dude.
It's good.
Okay, I know I got a bottle of it. I can't remember actually using it.
Mike, we're gonna
Look,
need to
I know they
figure
got that glass. They got the glass. That's really cool because it's just like you just spray it on there like you would a glass cleaner and just wipe it off, and it's like it's rated almost like a year. Super simple. Like you don't have to let it cure and everything. It's pretty good. And then they got the Temple Road, but their coatings are really like easy to put on.
I think soap for me. Here's what I started. Mike, I think I'm on a spectrum. Okay, let me share the story with you. There was a 2-hour event in my life where I sat in the garage and I was foaming soap for 2 hours straight at the panel and spraying it off just to see it. This is horrible. Like James is like, what's wrong with you? Like I had every single soap just spraying it on just to find the perfect dilution because there's some that want it higher to get the dirt off, and I'm like, why don't you make it more concentrated? You know what I'm trying to say, Mike? Like if you want it to clean more, why don't you make it more concentrated? All you have to do is just add more actives in it. Remove the
remove the 90% water, make it like 80% water.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, I just make the soap work, but there's like we said, the cheap soaps, they just don't work. Period. Like there are soaps that just don't work out there.
Yeah, I mean that's why like the pan soap and the clean shampoo and then the detail company. You don't need a whole lot, and it's super slick. I mean, and that's the thing. Going back to the Rinseless, I love slickness. If the mid feels slick, and when you get into like the Superior, the cherry suds and stuff, it's like you got to use 4 ounces in a bucket instead of just like 1 or 2, and then it still doesn't feel like slick on the surface for me. And I'm going, okay, it feels like a cheaper product to me, and that's the thing. Part of it is, your experience makes it feel like it's either luxury or an expensive or cheap. And if something gives you a better experience, then you're like, okay, this is like higher quality, at least, from the, I guess, lay person's perspective, that's kind of how I view it anyway.
Yeah. The clean shampoo sold out at Restocks. When's the restock, Eddie? Momentarily. This week, maybe next week. Within the week.
Let's call it 15.
We'll see.
Here's what
we seem very unsure of this.
Mike, what's the biggest lesson you learned in a detailing channel and running your channel? Because I want to give you my biggest lesson I learned from owning Thor.
Oh man, the biggest lesson.
Biggest lesson that you learned that you're like, you know what? I didn't know this before until I started doing reviews and all that jazz. Like, what's the one big thing you learned?
Just how picky. I guess it's with the viewers that, like, if you try and cover everything that can be asked of you, you almost forget everything. And then when you're editing after, it's like, oh, I forgot. And then everybody in the comments starts pointing it out, and you're going, yeah, next time. And then you forget it next time too again. So, it's just how it works.
Yep.
Creative content sucks.
Steve, you can't use cleaning on under 10-1. It's a 10-1 soap for sure. Gotta get that cleaning power. But underrated bucket soap, that cleaning on. Anyway, Christy has more questions here. So, what products do you find most beneficial for detailing a car?
Oh man! Absolutely. So Rinseless, obviously, but to use it in Windows, in my opinion, again, the P&S Express wipes, those things are gold. I mean, because I bought a pile of them for all the fleet vehicles at work. And it's really nice because you just walk out there and
they stay wet too. So when you pull them, they're wet.
Yes.
So you can do 2 seats.
Those were a genius idea.
Yeah, the wipes. I mean, and if somebody, they put them in a giant. Actually, they kept telling me, "Oh, this bucket is giant." And I ordered them. I'm going, "Oh no, this fits in the little compartment on the side and the back of the, the Jeep there." I'm like, "Okay, one for every one of them." And then we just go out and we open them all up and just start like cleaning, wiping things down.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Rinseless on Windows, obviously. ADS stuff for the tires, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are going, oh yeah, you can use one product for so many different things. It's like, yeah, you can, but in my experience, I'd rather use 10 different products that are like work really, really good for one thing, than one product that works kind of mediocre for everything. That's just kind of my take on it.
That's a good way of saying it. So you're more like, so how do you feel about products that come in a detailing space that have a whole bunch of off label uses and can be used to do more than one thing? Like, how do you feel about products like that?
I mean, I'm not going to fault them for finding more uses as long as it works really, really good at doing it. You know, I mean, like, oh man, you know, like rinseless wash. I mean, it works really good outside, but yeah, you can take your towel and just wipe off, you know, your door panels and stuff. Now I'm not going to use that on like carpet and seats and stuff, but like on a door panel, yeah, I've actually used it. In fact, when I did the original I think it was I don't remember. I think it was a Nemesis test. I had accidentally sprayed. I had accidentally sprayed a Monster Energy drink all over the inside of the door on the SUV, and it dried there for a couple days, and it cleaned it right up. And I'm like, okay.
Was that a full sugar monster, or was that a zero?
I think it was no. I have to. So I'm diabetic. I have to get the 0 calories.
There we go. Okay. Well, at least it wasn't sticky from all the sugar. About to say full sugar monster. That's a big mess.
Yeah, I made it worse because it happened at night, and I made the mistake. I tried to. I thought I was wiping it off, and then
monsters at night?
What is he doing? That's the middle of the night where you drive
my red lines.
No, so I was out at the out of state property, and I opened the car door, because the neighbor was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And so I stopped to talk to him. I opened the door, and the thing fell out, and it was unopened. It hit because it's a gravel road. It hit a chunk of gravel and just like popped open and just started spraying everywhere. And then I grabbed a towel and I started wiping. But obviously, like the next day when the sun hit it, and I go, "Oh my God," it's like it just smeared everywhere. And then I learned, and I actually let it sit there for like a week. And that rinseless it just cleaned it right up. I was like, okay, this is the real deal. So
yeah, rinseless can replace so many things.
Yeah.
So good.
I love rinseless so much, and a lot of people get confused that they feel like you can't rinse it off. If you've seen how we use rinseless here, I use a pressure washer. I do a pre-spray with citrus, or use it like an APC. Like back in the day, when I just did it for my business and do this YouTube nonsense, I would use American Detailer, Garage, F-Bomb, Wipeout, Fusion. That's all I used for everything.
Oh, you know what? Opinion here again. My personal opinion. The whole rinseless thing is complete bullshit. Okay, if you're gonna like, okay, if your actual bottle of stuff still says rinseless on it, don't call it rinseless. Okay, number one, you gotta start calling. Then you gotta call your normal soap like always rinse soap. Okay,
always rinse soap. I like that.
Call it either full rinse or always rinse soap, but like it should be called like rinse free soap, like rinse free. You know, instead of rinseless or rinse less, just call it rinse free, because then you get it in your mind that like, okay, I don't rinse afterwards.
Right.
And like if you have to like look at the terminology like that, if you're gonna change the terminology, you have to like change it to something that actually like makes more sense. And so I think rinse free is like, okay, I don't rinse after it. I think like that to me works better in my head anyway, in my mind.
So you don't believe in the whole rinseless thing. So let me ask you this: have you used Iconic yet?
Yes.
Hoseless wash.
I can.
Adams with the hoseless. I actually do have that. I have never tested that.
That's pretty good. So. Hey, what was your thoughts on Iconic?
Dude, it is the slickest. It either is the slickest or quite possibly like the second best slickest stuff I've ever touched. It was absolutely insane. Like even if you dunked your hand in the bucket and pulled your hand out, like, yeah, your hand was like, you just felt the slickness on your fingers. And I think, yeah, because I actually compared prices, because, you know, at that stuff at like $25 a bottle, I'm like, okay, that's $200 a gallon. And I created this giant spreadsheet. I'm like, okay, they would have to sell it for basically like $80 to $85 a gallon, in the gallon form.
Would you buy something that expensive?
If it was my only wash, yes, I think I would. If I was looking for something, I would probably buy it at $80 a gallon, just because, I mean, that's 128 ounces, and so you're still only at like $1.25 a wash. So
and it cleans like it cleans like a monster. That thing is a cleaning monster.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I know when I used it, the car wasn't like super hammered or anything, but yeah, I was like, wow. I mixed it up and I was like, and it smells fantastic. Yeah, I absolutely like it was crazy.
That
Crazy
scent was the scent for all my Latinos. Because when Ivan was at my house, he was like, "You guys, add what you want to it, make it how you want," and he gave us like the underbase of it. And I said, "You know what sounds cool is we paid homage to the goat and turn it, the blue color. You know what blue's for, right? You know what blue's for, Mike. You're not dumb. You know what the blue is for. And then maraschino cherries.
The YouTube space.
Oh,
he
he
just
doesn't
started
know.
watching. Yeah,
maraschino cherries, because my wife's like, oh, the maraschino cherry smells good. So when we did the first one smelled like roses. This one, when we did the cherries, it's like, you know what? This is every Spanish man's dream.
real quick, pop up real quick. All right, now go on.
All right,
Luden's cough drops.
Yep.
We got about third. No, it's over a third sold. About a quarter.
We have like
left.
350 left. 450 left.
Yeah, it's getting real low. So Christy 10 or yeah, Christy 10. Let me read her.
Let's
name.
get Mike. Should we get one of those away, Mike?
We'll save you. Yeah, let's get
a Nemesis. Oh my god. Oh, an iconic. Yeah. That. Oh my god. That stuff. If somebody doesn't have it, like don't answer if you already have one. If you don't have one, man, you got to try this stuff.
Mike, ask the question. Let's do it. Let's give one away for the culture.
My mouse died.
Oh, let's see. What? I'm trying to. No, I don't even know. What am I trying?
What is the coldest temperature Mike has detailed in outdoors?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It was 3 videos ago.
Here we go.
Yeah, how stupid can I be?
Yeah, I don't know how.
When I saw you spray Rinseless on the panel, and it was icing up, I'm like, he's out his dang mind.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as it hit like the shadow, it was like,
oh yeah. That was crazy.
That was nuts.
Hey, Mackenzie, your polisher's on the way, by the way.
I can't pick nobody. My mouse died, so this is your job.
Mike, text me and
Mike, call it out. Call it out, Mike.
Right, text me, Mike. Text me, Mike. The answer, and I'll pick somebody.
Okay. Well, so it was 0 degrees, but I think in that video I changed it to centigrade as well, and I think the actual like in centigrade it was like -18 or something like that.
So, -18. Who got that mug?
So I saw a couple of right answers.
All right, pick the person, Mike. Because every time I pick, I get hate emails in my life. Right here, I got one. This ninja.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it was the first 2 answers were actually both correct. So they didn't put Fahrenheit or Celsius, but they're both technically right.
So these 2 are right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do 2. I'll give away 2.
Y'all email me, Jamie, at the House of Rags. I'll send you a bottle of Iconic.
Yeah, both.
Before it's going. It's going fast. So
7 days.
And if anybody doesn't have this is like those DIY detail sponges. I mean,
the red one, right?
Yeah, they're. I mean, even the regular one, like they're the most expensive sponges like that I've ever bought. But there's something about the makeup of those things. They hold more water. They soak up the water instantly. When you put them in the bucket, they like instantly soak in the water and they kind of hold it really good. Yeah, whereas a lot of other sponges out there, they like. A lot of other sponges somehow don't soak up the water as good. They don't hold the water. You can feel the water moving around in the sponge. I don't know what it is with DIY detail. Those sponges, like whatever foam makeup chemical that they use to make that foam is like it's like the best.
I wish our sponge was the best. Flop.
Yeah. Well, you let me make it, so it came out.
No, I do. I do all my. I do.
Mike, you don't have to honey dick.
No, dude. I do all my testing with the Nemesis with the what is it? What do you call it? The Nemesis sponge. I do all my testing with those now, but but I keep staining the S out of them.
You already swore it. We're demonetized.
Yeah,
they turn all kind of colors.
They turn purple, red, green.
Time for the hot seat, Mike. This is where we're going to speed around the rest of Christy's questions because I don't know what the hot seat means. I think she usually has different questions for this, but we're going to do it this way. Are there any tools or products that you believe are overhyped, unnecessary?
Oh gosh.
Oh man, yeah, like I mentioned, a Geon and freaking Superior Products. Like to me, those
We
are
didn't
just
say it.
blow
All right,
away.
next question. Are there any
Yeah.
specific products or tools you rely on to detail efficiently in such cold temps?
You know what? I guess the best thing I could say is you got to have a warm bucket of water, and then make sure your car is warmed up before you like touch stuff. Like
That's a
you
good
do
tip.
it after you've been driving around and warm the car up, because it'll keep stuff from freezing just that much longer.
The opposite of what you're supposed to normally do, but if it's that cold, you gotta you gotta get it to room temp or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
How do
because the
you keep?
glass, you'll freeze stuff on glass if you like, but if it's, you don't want to put like hot water on cold glass, like warm it up.
No. Yeah. How do you keep your chemicals from freezing during use?
Oh, I keep them inside. That's easy one. I just keep them inside till I need to use them, and then I run outside with them and use it.
Not me. I'm telling you right now, if it's below 30, you know what I'm not doing, Mike? YouTube videos.
I mean, if I had
Me
that
neither.
choice, that's the thing. I wouldn't have made content for like the last 4 months. So
Yeah, you're
I
screwed.
gotta-
You're the real. Hey, shout out to being the real one.
The
Because
real one, because I had
I
to
saw
test
your
it. It was 30
video,
degrees the other day.
and he's whining the
I
whole
had to test
time.
the soap, and it was pure torture.
He was whining the
pure
whole
torture.
time. This is the first time he washed inside his house. He pulled that mug in the garage. Shit, he sprayed half a
It
panel,
was terrible.
sprayed it off. He's like, "It's
I
good."
sprayed
and walked
half
in.
a panel. Yep. Like, looked like a phone to me.
It's good.
How
I'm
do you
like,
maintain
"Oh,
your
Lord."
detailing tools and equipment in freezing temps? Frozen sponge.
Yeah, it doesn't freeze. So yeah, double flips. Yeah, just things like that. So I don't use
Good.
extractors. In fact, everything I have to do is batteries. So like I'm looking at buying the Ego
Mm.
vacuum and stuff, and yeah. So
Mm,
no
nice.
I can't do an extractor or a steamer or anything like that. So
Mike, don't you have like 12 houses? Like you have a garage. I see you always outside near a whole bunch of trees. Can you tell me where that's at? Because behind you, I feel like there's a big farm.
oh yeah, that's the out of state property. So I'm there on like Saturdays. I'll go out there on Saturdays, cut the grass, check everything out, visit with the neighbors, stuff. Hang out there for the day and make content, because I have running water and stuff out there. I got a well, which I mean, and that's that's the thing. Like people are always like, oh, I have such high TDS. I'm like, dude, this is coming like straight from the ground, like 50 feet below. There's no
Yeah,
like,
well water.
yeah, there's no city water involved. And look, I could still get everything to foam, and I'm doing this,
Mhm.
that's why that guy on the one channel in Britain is like,
Mm.
incredible suds don't
What's
foam.
happening?
Like, yeah, I'm like, dude, you're on crack or something. Dude, like, what the hell's wrong with this stuff?
Mike, wait. Before you ask the next question, Jamie, I've been wanting to ask him this for like half a year.
All right.
Can you tell us about the one time you decided to take a road trip to go get bourbon or whiskey, and you drove all day to go to I read it on your Facebook. I was like, who does that? A real man does that. You got in your car and you just drove to get whiskey. Tell us about that. What made you do it?
Oh man, Kentucky's just south of Ohio, and I mean honestly, where I am, all the bourbon, all the distilleries, they're like it's 6 hours away. So, but yeah, they call it the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky, and yeah, all the best stuff is down there. So yeah, just one day I was like, you know what, I got a couple days off. I was off work, and I'm like, I got some money in the bank account. Let me go on a road trip and see what I could pick up.
So, what time did you start? Where'd you end up going? Did you stop drinking and driving at some certain point in time, or were you like, I got this, I'm gonna make it home? Like, tell us the adventure.
Oh yeah. No, so you don't drink it. Well, I'm gonna say don't drink and drive, but when you're there, you could get some little samples and stuff, and you just hang around for a little while after you drink before the tour, and you do a tour. So when I went on that, I left like first thing in the morning, and I hit a couple distilleries in the afternoon, and then in the morning I stayed at a hotel overnight, and then first thing in the morning I wound up going to like Jim Beam. I think. Oh man, what's the Buffalo Trace distillery? Wound up going there. A couple other places. Yeah, a couple other places. I think on that trip I wound up buying like $1,000 worth of freaking alcohol bourbon.
That's wild. I was like, this is a real man. The last time I drove somewhere by myself was to get like my wife a Pepsi, and she had a cancer. Right. So I'm always with them, or I'll go play golf with my wife by herself. I don't know. I was saying this man drove across country just to get drunk.
I have done that. Yeah, I mean, I like motor racing, so I've driven down to like Atlanta to go just watch some motorcycle racing. So yeah, I mean, it's
drive. That's like 15 hours.
Yeah, it's a half a day.
Back
Yeah,
to the
not a
hot
big
seat,
deal.
Mike. All right, here we go. Hot seat, hot seat, hot seat. Here on the love of details. What kind of differences have you noticed in the outcome or longevity of detailing performed in colder weather versus warmer weather? Interesting question.
Oh yeah, things do not work the way that they should. Like a rinseless wash that's supposed to be like, have like super like dry off and stuff. You can't tell. The armor detail. Oh yeah, the beads from there. Like, yeah, when you apply it in cold weather, it behaves differently. It sheets off the panel instead of beads. It doesn't. I don't think it cures quite right.
Mm-hmm.
It still works. I mean, the towel dry off is insane with that stuff, but like
Right.
it doesn't bead up. It sheets. You got to let it set up for a while, and then it'll start beating a couple days later.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like if you take a sealant and it looks rough, but you clean it real good and you put it out in the sun and let it kind of bake in the sun a little while. Sometimes a sealant or a coating can come back from just getting hot and just I don't know what it does, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Maybe from like putting it on in the winter and then getting to like a warmer day and like it performs better or something.
I just think it's science, right? Anything SiO2 based when it's colder, it's not heating up. It's kind of like the Co DIVA oil ceramic. When it was too cold and I let it sit for 4 hours. Yeah, if I let it sit for 4 hours, it didn't. That's insane, by the way, Mike. If you ever get to use that, do it in the summertime. After 4 hours, that thing sits up nice.
In the winter. This take 10 years to cure in a.
Oh, that's a sweet box. That is a sweet box.
Get that spray coating going on right there. Got the gloss booster.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like with that, like with the Cerakote, the V2, they're like, oh, you got to apply it above 65 degrees, this and that. It has to be above for 2 hours. I'm like, okay, at least they put that in the directions. But when you go into the groups, they're always like, can I apply this in like 35-degree weather? Can I apply it at 40? I'm like, dude, it's a ceramic. It's not gonna freaking like, it's not gonna like cure the way it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nope. All right, where are we at with the hot seat?
Sorry. I'll save this for a question.
You're clicking all kinds of stuff. Look, what personal precautions do you take to protect yourself from exposure in cold weather detailing?
Whiskey. Oh man, yeah, that picture.
That's the secret.
The apple juice. Yeah. No, actually, it's really weird. I don't even really hardly partake in it anymore. A year ago, I started on this stuff called Manjaro, and it like completely suppresses your cravings and stuff. I've literally I've had a sip of this stuff maybe half a dozen times in the last year. I've also lost 70 pounds in the last year on this stuff too. So it's like, it's crazy. But anyway, no, just, I wear a hat, gloves, obviously coat. I mean, I'm just trying to stay warm. I mean, even under the latex gloves, it's like, okay, I put a pair of gloves on, then put the latex gloves on top of that. Buy one size bigger, and then that way my hands stay a little bit warmer. So yeah, you just got to layer up.
Layer up. Whichever you want to do. What advice do you give someone who's attempting to detail a vehicle outdoors in the cold weather?
Save up for a house with the garage.
Yeah, just warm up the car. Go, do it at the coin op if you can. Drive your car to the coin op and use their water. Just like do a rinse, like go through the coin op, like the touch free. Get all that crap off your car, then do a quick rinseless when you're done, dry it off, and then be on your way. You'll be outside like maybe 15 minutes, and you'll still have gotten all the crap off under your car, and the sides of your car and everything else. I mean, and that's the thing. I think for people who are in my position, I think a lot of us, or a lot of people out there, if you got channels and stuff, or even if you're a complete enthusiast, I don't think people realize that we don't necessarily need to have our car complete dust free on the inside and clean and vacuumed out and have lines and stripes on the carpet. Mm-hmm. You just want it to look like it's not full of like mud on the side of the car. And so even going through the touch free, and then like you do that, you get all the stuff off the bottom, and then you hit it really quick with the sponge, and it's like, okay, it's shiny. You don't need to get in the wheel wells and all that, and you don't need to scrub your rims off and everything every time, because all you want to do is just make it look like it doesn't have mud on the side of the car.
I asked a customer asked me one time, how come I didn't do the wheel wells? And I looked at her real queer, like it's literally snowing outside. You really want me to
It's gonna be
waste 45
destroyed.
minutes to clean your
Yeah.
wheel well?
Just
She was like,
destroy
well,
them immediately.
it's the principle. No, the principle is I'm saving my back because when you leave my garage because you want to do it in the worst winter, it's going to be dirty. I can't help you. Like, it's life.
There you go.
Yeah.
J Farm. How many houses you got, Mike?
Seems
like a very personal question.
just the one. Because the place out of state is just like it's just got a trailer there, and I mean I've been going there since I was like 4 years old that I can remember. And but yeah, and every other place I go to, they're all parks. They're literally just local parks. I think there's like a half a dozen different ones that I've been to, at least
Christy?
maybe 10 something.
Christy doesn't live in inclement weather because she doesn't know the struggle.
That's right. You should shout out to Christy. You should like you're the outdoor detailer, so you should start like taking your vehicle to destinations and locations and being like rinseless wash by Pine Tree or something. I don't know, something. You know what I'm saying though? Like you should start taking your vehicle to weird places and do full detail in these places. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because you actually meet a bunch of people there. They stop and they see you're doing stuff, and if you end up when they're when you're done, they're driving, they're like, hey, what are you doing? This and that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I remember this one lady, and when I was doing the McKees video, she was watching me across the parking lot, and I get done and I started cleaning up, and she drives over and she's like, hey, what are you doing? And I explained what was going on, and she goes, oh my God, that would be so cool. And she had a house down the road. She goes, yeah, we're renting this place, but it's on a well. She goes, but we can't even get really through a shower before it runs out of water. And she said, we can only get like 10 or 15 gallons at a time. I go, if you put 2 gallons in a bucket, you could wash your car.
10, 15 gallons, can't do it. I have to wash my body twice a day. If I don't wash my body twice a day, and look at this body, Mike, I'm using more than 2 gallons.
Like this is who Mike reminds me of. Like I don't know, the outdoor detailer reminds me of this. I watched this guy. This is stealth camping with Steve. Look, he goes to not the roundabout one. I want the McDonald's one. Here it is. So look, like Steve stealth camps at McDonald's. Look at how many views this dude got. 2.3 million views. So like, look, imagine Mike rinseless washes at McDonald's. Genius.
He'll get kicked out. $10. Mike, you do that, I'll sponsor your next video. Mike, I'll sponsor your next video. That's
the deal. That's a deal.
If you do that, please. I'll send you whatever rinseless wash you want.
Funny.
But you have to go to a McDonald's. You have to point at the golden arches. You got to go walk in, grab a burger, come out and rinseless wash. I'll buy you.
Dude, I'll eat French fries with one hand and freaking and wash the car with my other hand. How's that?
That would be so sick. Look at this guy. He's
dude just
right
sneaks,
there.
He just sneaks off. This dude's so funny.
Where's he going?
Seeing him do that reminds me of like when I used to go out drinking with my buddies and I would like wind up behind the Denny's freaking puking my guts out at 2 a.m.
And the Denny's. God bless Denny's, bro.
Yeah, see, look, Steve, that dude's legit. Steve, dude has a million stuff. Dude, that's it, Mike. You got to swerve instead of product reviews. You just wash at locations.
I'll pass out. You do that
as like challenges. That'd be great. You tell us what you need. We'll send a box.
You tell me. I'll send you a towel. I'll buy you McDonald's. But here's what I'm gonna need from you, cuz
rinseless. Oh my god.
Oh god.
I'm in. This is awesome.
Yeah, dude.
That's a great idea.
And then what you do is you take the McDonald's food and you throw it on your car, right?
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I'm in, dude.
No, and then every video, the video ends, you get in, you're like, all right, car's washed, and you like spill the McDonald's drink or something, and the video is off.
Scott Kelly doesn't know me. I don't get embarrassed. I don't get uncomfortable, Scott. I mean, we both clicking or what? You click, bro.
He was stressing out. No, he was
stressing out. No, I don't stress out. First of all, when you see 2 brown people pull up in somebody's driveway, and we just right, and you see a Tesla door open up and people start taking buckets out, it's a problem. It's a legit problem. Look at this man. He froze. You see this?
It's funny.
Let's put him right here so the world can see how dumb he looks. Mike, we got some questions while we wait. Oh, dude, you froze up.
I'm all lagged out.
All right, we got.
All right, I'm back. Foaming Nemesis. You fix that yet or what?
Foaming Nemesis. Nemesis doesn't foam anymore, man. I fixed that a long time ago.
Yeah, he fixed it a long time ago. It was actually there's nothing to fix.
It's
It
a
was just
blending
a
issue.
mixing problem. It was a mixing problem. Chemicals are weird. Have you
have not tried
Stinger products?
I have not tried Stinger.
I haven't either, but I don't. They kind of look like cheaper stuff, but they might not be. I don't know. I've just never tried them. I know. Stinger, shout out Stinger. Look, Stinger looks real good. It looks like a real good brand. Look, you head on down there to Texas, try you some Stinger. All right, Mike, have you tried a thermoplastic elastrometer coat? What the heck are we talking about?
No, that's a Dr. Beasley's $500 one that has elastrometers in it. Allows it to be like self-healing. How do you own a chemical company and don't know what this man's talking about, Jamie?
Dude, I don't know what this dude's talking about. Mike,
Yeah,
I mean, I would call that PPF, and I do have some on a car, but
no, it's not
that's the only thing I can think of.
No. So there's two companies right now that has one. One is like Fine Lab, but they have 9 bottles. So you got to get certified.
9 bottles.
And you have to actually mix your own bottles, and then you have to heat cure each layer. And it literally, like you can scratch it, literally scratch, and it just bounces back. It's weird.
Wow. Sounds like a complete pain in the ass, though. So
that's right. Rinseless and bourbon review at the same time. That'd be pretty good.
You know what? I like the taste of some of that stuff, but like these people out there are crazy with their taste buds. They could taste like every little flavor, the brown sugar, the different like apples, cherries. I can't taste any of that stuff. Very, very little. I could pick up some of that stuff, but like, yeah, I'd be the worst bourbon review channel ever. So
you just drink the dang stuff.
Yeah, I'd be like,
All
it
right.
tastes like I get alcohol. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is my feelings too, but you never know. I don't know. I just haven't. No one's tried it, so we'll see. Have you tried the Atomic Supply Co. Rinseless? Man, what's your favorite
What
bourbon?
is that? What is Atomic
know.
Supply? What the heck? Let me look that mug up.
Yeah, I have not heard of that company. And that's the thing. Like I originally knew that there was maybe like 12 different Rinselesses. And then people comment on my videos like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? And I'm going, I've never heard of this company, and I wind up ordering stuff. And sometimes it works out really well. It's like, oh wow, yeah, this stuff is pretty good. And then
this
sometimes
is a
it's
legit Rinseless wash, bro.
Oh, pull it up. Let's see it.
This is
I
a
wanna see
legit
it.
Rinseless wash.
I want to see this. What's your favorite bourbon, Mike?
13th Colony, I think it's called. 13th Colony. That stuff is good. It's like $40 a bottle, super cheap.
All right, Mike, here you go. $14.99, $24.99. Next review
These
right
bottles
here.
remind me of something. Can't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
It looks like window washer fluid.
No protected polymers or glossing. It just leaves behind no residue. It's a straight cleaner with no BS.
No BS. You know
This
it's
is
good.
how you
It's
write a
no
label.
BS.
Jamie, take a note.
Get this off the screen. Get this off the screen. KRIS 10, House of Rags. And that's it. That's all we got, Mike. You got anything else for the people? I gotta go to bed.
No, it's I appreciate, I really appreciate just everybody who watches the videos, because honestly I never thought that anybody would want to watch like the dumb stuff that I do.
No, it's pretty cool, dude.
No, it's
and yet they do, and I just like, I'm so appreciative. And I mean, I hit 1,000 subs and I think it was December or something like that, and like, so now YouTube actually pays me for putting the commercials on the videos and stuff.
Are you getting monetized?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I got monetized and everything, and yeah, it's actually, I think like I've made like $100 already. Like, so yeah, my goal with the channel is basically just to be able to pay for the stuff that I buy to review. I mean, I'm not looking to like make to get rich or anything, but yeah, I'm just looking to try and like make enough to pay for the channel. So,
and the channel, what people don't know is like when you're buying your own stuff, it's expensive.
Yeah, starting out is rough on a YouTube venture.
Yeah, and then you do stupid stuff like I do, because it's like, oh yeah, free shipping above $150. It's like, okay, well, I wanted $70 worth of stuff, but let me try. I'm gonna get this other stuff and I'll do a video eventually on it, and then it's like, it just kind of sits there.
I'm gonna ask one last question. We'll head out here. Can you tell me what your thoughts are on the UK wash process? Meaning citrus, snow foam, spray off, shampoo for the bucket, contact wash, spray off.
They hate it.
And what's your thoughts on the UK process of washing a car?
I mean, that seems like way too much work. I mean, if you're putting like, wouldn't you just use like a higher pH stuff to break down all that stuff that you need the citrus for?
Mike, you've never used. Okay, a different question. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I mean,
But-
to me, it seems like an extra step. It seems dumb to me, honestly.
Whoa,
so.
Mike, that's those bears in those woods. Cuz
I like
listen,
it.
have you
I
used
like
the
that.
what are your thoughts on foam on sealants? Not like spray off, like foaming on like a soap sealants.
You know what I mean? To me, that would be the same as like a spray on, or a spray on, rinse off. So to me, you'd probably get better coverage with that. Honestly, in fact, I think I'd prefer probably a foam on, because you're going to get like literally 100% coverage, and you're not going to need to do that whole like, oh, you got to rinse from the bottom and make sure it like covers the panel and everything else. Like you'd literally get 100% coverage right from the start.
Mm-hmm. Yep, all the nooks and crannies and everything.
Yeah, it would literally get everywhere that you needed
Mhm.
to, and you'd see it too. You would see it go on right where it needs to go.
Does Mike have a favorite foreign brand at Thor at the moment?
Oh man. Oh, Forest. Well, I don't know if it's the whole line, but yeah, from your competitor, from the Stjarnagloss, that Forest is. Oh my god, that is. I think it's
Did
like
you
a
just
PhD.
say you hate citrus?
No,
Yeah,
well,
I'm leaving.
I'm not.
Mike.
I'm not foaming it on there. I'm not foaming it on. But that Forest.
You-
No, that
Mike.
that Forest is
I
like
hate UK
insane.
citrus. I love Forest.
Mike, you are
No,
the
I'm
biggest pro.
I'm saying the steps. I'm just looking at like I'm not gonna do like that and then foam on it. Like screw
That's
that.
great. Yeah.
But no, it's
That's right.
it's just like an APC.
Snake oil?
You know, I'm willing to like spray the Forest on because I've tested it on a. In fact, I'm gonna do this in the spring. I got an old Camry that I got to do. It's like it's literally the paint is chalk. It's chalky paint.
But you're gonna hit it with the greaser. You're about to
That-
make it more white.
That Force though, man, I just sprayed that on there and it like I took a towel and just wiped it and it like where in my little test area, it's instant shine again.
Took the oxidation off. It's like you
took it
spray
all
on
off.
an oxidized headlight. It'll clear it up for
It was
a
crazy.
little bit, and then you got to polish it out. Yeah, I that's the kind of chemicals. That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I can't
that's
say
all we
you
got.
hated
That's
it, and then you say you
Christy's
liked
show. Chris 10 at all the places. Mike, you got a promo code somewhere you want to share?
Yeah, I mean it's TOD 10 at
And where the
House of
channel?
Rags there.
There you go.
Yeah, in
Help
fact,
Mike
in-
out, help Christy
In
out.
my my descriptions, in my videos, I put all the different.
Hey,
links.
hear this out because this is funny. He asked, "What was your favorite foreign brand?"
Sorry.
On Mike is all over. Hey, I
Real.
Oh,
love you, Mike. Mike is
Real.
a real one. Mike's a
Real.
real one, dude. Mike, you're a real
Dude,
one, dog.
I haven't tested. I mean, I guess if Clean could be a foreign brand, I'd
Let's
probably
just-
like that too. But I mean, honestly, because I haven't tried, I haven't ordered yet
So
the
good.
garage therapy stuff, I believe, and I haven't tried the Clean Tool yet. So the stuff that I have
How
used
about we
is
send
all,
you
is all
Garage
US stuff.
Therapy's Rinseless, and you go to McDonald's.
Is that a yes, Mike? Mike, I need a yes or no with this. Okay, we send
We
you a
got-
rinse
we gotta
list.
get to
You got to go to
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Oh, I
gotta go to
absolutely would.
McDonald's.
I absolutely would. I absolutely would.
There we go. That's all we got. What?
Right
Biggest advice? You just trying to stretch us out. What you trying
No,
to do?
I'm just gonna answer, bro. They're here for questions, bro. I'll leave it at this. We're out. Leave.
What's your favorite brand of Thor? Turtle wax slabs.
Mother's
Go follow
car-
Mike.
mothers from AutoZone. Oh, don't even get me started on waxes, guys. Like the
Oh,
dumbest
stop
stuff
the
ever.
cap.
wax. Stop
We
the
ain't-
Oh
cap.
my god.
That's right. Tell him, Mike.
Waxes
Tell
are
him,
touched
Mike.
by God.
We
even
don't need
play.
it. Ain't
Dude,
doing it.
Oh yeah,
Waxes are
there's
touched by God.
dude. I grew up in like I put
Backwards.
waxes on crap in the 80s and 90s, and I am done with that crap.
Mm.
There
I
is
can't
so much
believe you
better
said
It
that
was
right
so
now. You
hard.
don't see Chris. Now you don't
Such a
use
waste
wax.
of time.
Mike, I'm gonna. Hey, here's
New
how I
finish.
cut past your lead.
too much work for no
Who said
results.
wax?
New
Agree.
finish. Yeah,
New
new
finish.
finish.
No, don't sleep on you. You guys are capping. Look, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Wax.
All right, get him out of here. Look, follow Mike at the Outdoor Detailer. We'll catch you.
Listen, for
Kim X Thursday on the Thorcast. Be ready,
Force.
Mike. Be ready for. Shout out to my dude, I forgot his name, Cav at us, Darn You Gloss, all that good stuff.
Hey, Lee, there's a
Forced.
video coming out on Pan's channel. It'll teach you how to cut faster. All right, bye.
You ain't gonna learn nothing from that
Later,
video.
guys.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
just,
I am
uh,
a goat.
How you wanna get it, man? Get your tail, it's a different lane.
Mike, you're the funniest.